guys, Lipstick and Lizards here. It is a wonderful Sunday night, like usual, because I'm so freaking busy all week long that Sundays seem to be the only days that I have time to sit down and make you guys a video. So we're gonna jump right into this. I acquired a new snake on Saturday, so you guys will be meeting her or him. I don't know what it is yet. This snake, let me tell you a little story here. So I get a customer comes into where I work on Friday, and they tell me that their brother has a snake that he hasn't been taking care of very well, and he was really wondering if I would take it and see if I could help it. So of course I said yes, and he contacts me on Saturday and says, hey, I'm, going to bring the snake over. Are you home? Da-da-da-da-da. So he comes, brings me the snake, and he tells me that this snake has not had any food for at least 2 months. At least. That's probably, he was just guessing. And that I don't think it ever had proper heating or light the entire time these individuals owned this animal. So this snake, I believe, was in some form of a hibernation. I'm really not sure. But we've been slowly raising her temperature up and acclimating him, whatever it is. So you guys are going to get to meet that snake. And I am incredibly shocked at how well conditioned this animal is, considering its life prior to being here. But it's a lucky animal, lucky snake, because being here means a lifetime of whatever it could possibly ever want and need. So, we're going to get right into this. So I think I'm just going to start what's closest to me. And you can see Charlie, that's my dog, one of my dogs behind me. But we're going to jump over here, because it's right next to me, and do this little enclosure right here. This little enclosure here is my monkey tree frog's habitat. He is under his log. It's hard to see him. I'm going to try and get you guys in there. Now, I really don't like to touch these frogs for a couple different reasons, but mostly because our fingers have all kinds of oils and things on them that really affect these frogs in a negative way. If we've cleaned something or touched something that has Lysol or really any kind of perfumes or lotions. He's tucked under there. He is right there. I have footage and pictures of him, but I just wanted to show you guys, really quickly his little house, and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's my monkey tree frog. Or not my monkey tree frog, my big eye tree frog. I'm sorry. It's been a really freaking long day. I did an educational program earlier, and I packed up all the animals. Well, not all of them, like half. I packed up like half of the animals, and I took them to a retirement community for a family day kind of thing. And let me tell you, it's a lot of work every time I do that. I do that on the weekends, and it takes me all day Saturday to prepare, and then the entire day Sunday to pack and move, do the program, bring back, unpack, the whole nine. So yeah, but let's keep going. Next, we're going to walk around the room over here. So I kept saying monkey tree frog, but I was really trying to say big eye tree frog. This next enclosure is my monkey tree frog's enclosure, and I'm going to bet you that I can't find him, but we're going to look. This guy is extremely nocturnal. He only comes out at 2, 3 in the morning, so it's really rare that I ever get to see him. But this is his little enclosure. This is a tiny little frog, by the way. I actually just moved him into this enclosure. He used to live in a community tank downstairs with like a Knowles and some geckos and some other frogs. But I really wanted to bring him up here where we could get some film on him because they are so cute. Okay, let's see. I found him. Sorry, just bear with me. Now, he is down there on his log. He's kind of like a brown color when he's kind of not happy. And because I just put him in this new cage, so he's still acclimating. But yeah, that is him. Obviously, he's a tiny little guy. I hope you guys were able to see him. I really don't want to stress him out, though. Like I said, I have other footage and some pictures and stuff if anybody wants to see exactly what he looks like in a better form. I'm just going to show you with this light really quick because this animal doesn't have a light on it. This is a praying mantis that is native to this area. It hatched in someone's Christmas tree around Christmas time. And I took a bunch of them in and raised them up. This is the one I'm still keeping. And yeah, so they only live a very short amount of time, but they definitely are cool little animals to own, little bugs to own. So what happened was somebody bought a Christmas tree that was obviously outside, and it had a nest in it, a praying mantis nest. And obviously they brought it inside, and the heat made it hatch. All the babies came out on Christmas Day and got all over their presents and stuff. So they started catching them and rushing them over to the pet store. And all of my employees and I, we dispersed them, and we've been raising them and doing what we can. So anyways, that's that. This is my young day gecko enclosure. I have actually the parents of these guys downstairs in a really big Viv. But yeah, these are just their little babies, the only ones that I decided to keep from last year's whole brood, or whatever you want to call it. My whole breeding season. These are the two I decided to keep for now. I don't know if I'll keep them forever, but yeah, that's what they're in. They're in a 10-gallon. I also just upgraded them from their little grow out container they were in prior. And so yeah, they're in here now, and they seem to be enjoying it. I need to add some more wood and some plants in there, but for now it's not doing too bad. Over here, this is my orange phase Amazon tree boa. It is tucked in the back corner there. This little snake, let me tell you, I had no intentions of purchasing this little guy, and I am so glad I did because I am in love with it. It is just such a cute, wonderful little snake. It's a great eater. I've just been like so thrilled with it. I'm so happy. Real quick, on top of this animal's cage, I brought up some gecko eggs that are incubating so that you guys could see them. These are leopard gecko eggs. I usually don't keep my leopard gecko eggs. I usually throw them out. But these eggs just so happen to have been laid in front of my mom. And she obviously was like, oh my God, the lizard is in labor. It's having eggs. We've got to save them. And she's texting me while I was working, asking me what to do. So I told her what to do, and when I came home, she had the eggs candled and marked and in a little container incubating. So if she wants to hatch them, that is all her. She can hatch them baby geckos. We actually have a trio of breeding leopard geckos, but like I said, I usually don't keep them. I usually throw their eggs out or whatever. I just don't really want to breed them right now. And I have a male that lives by himself that's blind. So yeah, that's that with the leopard geckos. Down here is that new snake that I was just telling you guys about. I just kind of threw this light on top so you'd be able to see her, him, whatever it is. There we go. Just a regular ball python. That's the new snake. Seems to be very docile, but then again, who knows what it's going to be like once it feels better, gets warmed up, starts eating some food. But for now, we're going to make the best of it and try and, Hopefully, I'm hoping it doesn't have a respiratory infection. Like I said, it hasn't moved around much. It's been very quiet, just getting it warmed up. So we shall see what comes in the next week or so as we figure out how the snake's really feeling. I haven't really messed with her too much either, just because I know she's not feeling well, just because she hasn't eaten and was cold. But otherwise, seems pretty healthy. Good weight. So yeah, we named her Bagheera. That is Bagheera. Or him. I'll sex it another time, and then we shall find out. There are holes on the side of that container, heat pad underneath. This is Nira's cage. Nira is my very large red tail, so this is a tub that we let her travel in, like when we're going to the shows and stuff. She is in here right now. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find her. She's probably hiding from me because she was not happy camper that I took her out today in the cold and made her get held by lots of people. And she's going into shed. I just noticed when we had her at the event today that she's shedding or about to shed. So, well, you know what? I can't find her head. Grace, bear with me for a sec. There she is. That's Nira, my red tail. And her cage is kind of gross right now. I need to change her water. It looks gross because it got bedding in it. But yeah, she's lovely. She's another rescue. I have no idea how old she is. While I'm putting her lid back on, I'm going to spin you guys around because we have the main bitch in the house, the baddest gangster around, Miss Ramona. So, yeah, Ramona is the sulcata that we recently rescued, and she has, I don't know if you guys could even see her with how bright it was. But anyways, she literally has become such a handful. She gets into everything if she's hungry and is just such a pain in the tail. And the funny thing is so we have her basking light over here, and I'll show you on the other side of the room is where her heat pad, her bed is at. She refuses to sleep over here. She likes to sleep over by my laundry basket, so that's where we moved her nighttime heat pad to. And if anybody's wondering what she eats, I give her a mix of greens, and then over here I keep her Timothy hay. She also gets this supplement. I have a whole bunch of these different kinds of supplements. This one's an immune support supplement. I have a whole bunch of them downstairs because I have 2 other sulcatas downstairs. Timothy cubes. And she also gets a tortoise pellet diet, Missouri. So she also gets that. But I'd say her favorite is definitely her fresh greens and stuff. Okay, so this next enclosure is my peach throat monitor. And he is now up here with me. So we recently just put this little cage together for him because he's really tiny. I'm hoping he's on this side so we can find him. Look, he's sleeping. See? This is Rue. I am in love with Rue. I'm in love with all of my animals. But I actually purchased Rue, and I don't purchase very much. Like, most of my animals are surrendered over to me. But this one I could not resist, and I did pay a decent amount of money for this little guy or girl. But I am in love. Rue is so sweet and so stinking cute and so naughty. But I love him or her. So smart, too. Just super inquisitive, always active, looking at me. Like when I'm getting ready in the morning and stuff, just staring me down, being so cute. So yeah, but that's that. This next enclosure, we can't really see the snake because it's been hiding in a log for 2 days. I went to feed her yesterday or Friday night, and I couldn't get her out, or him. This is my other Amazon tree boa, my normal You've seen this enclosure before. Ooh, I'm going to lose my light if I'm not careful. It's just basic right now. This animal was having some trouble shedding, and I was having some other issues with it, but it's getting much better now. So we're gonna put some plants in here, some dirt, moss, and get it looking a lot more natural. And hopefully it'll encourage the snake to come out, because it's been hiding in that log ever since I switched over to this larger tub. But that was Ka. That snake's name is Ka. And it's just a regular Amazon. It's going to be tricky to see these next two, but we're going to try. So over here, this enclosure is my little baby African house snake. It's a black African house snake. Ooh, I can already see his little head. He's back here. There he is. This one actually has been giving me a little bit of a fight to eat. I usually don't have any problems getting these guys switched over to frozen thawed, but this little stinker has been really giving me a hard time. You know, just not wanting to take the frozen thawed, so I'm gonna have to do live, I think. Or do like the pigs in blanket, where you wrap a pinky in lizard skin. I'm not sure yet. It did take one frozen thawed, like the second day I had it, and then it went into a shed, so that could also be why it hasn't eaten recently. So I've just been giving it some time to adjust and everything, and then we will get back into it. But yeah, so that is that one's enclosure. And it's just a regular little light up here with heat pads underneath. Okay, so this next enclosure right next to the African house snake is my Australian spotted python. This is also a tiny little baby snake, and it is so friendly. This is like the nicest little snake I think I've ever owned. It's right there in the corner, obviously. This little thing is just so nice. It doesn't even try to like nip or bite or anything. Like, it's just so nice. You can just walk around with it in your hand or in your pocket, and it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't move. It is such a good eater. It houses down any kind of frozen food I've offered it, 2 pinkies at a time, like no trouble at all. And I'm assuming this animal is probably wild caught. So it's just been a little blessing to have nice, easy things that acclimate well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for up here. Everything else is still downstairs, which I've done a room tour on the downstairs room. And I'm thinking that this week or next week, like next Sunday maybe or something, I'll do a whole room tour. I'll move some more stuff up here, and then maybe we'll go through and do everything, like a whole sweep, so that you guys can see the whole room downstairs. I have 2 more sulcatas downstairs. My brain. I can't think what they're called. Alligator snapping turtles are downstairs too. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos, please. I need to show the love, to feel the love, the support, so I know I'm doing a good job. I hope you guys are enjoying my animals, and I will continue to put stuff out there, and hopefully you all enjoy it. I'll talk to you guys later. Check you later. Be safe, all that good shit.